You know, I often get asked, because I am a landlord, about is it worth it as far as an investment goes to rent out places? It depends on your situation. There's all kinds of ways that you can be part of the rental market. And right now, because interest rates are so high, people are looking at, of course, renting because they can't afford the interest rates. In which case, here in Waynesboro, what's happening is all the houses are being bought up by investors, and they're turning them into rental properties. Now, it's good for me because I am a jack of all trades and a master of none, as they would say. Because probably the biggest thing that's going to prevent you from being able to make money or to make as much money as you do is dealing with maintenance issues. So, for example, we needed to redo the step here this morning, and we actually need to retop the cement. So if you are a landlord and you have to pay somebody to come out and do this, more than likely you're going to spend $500, $600, $700 for somebody to come out here and pour this slab. Well, that may be cheap. I'm just giving an example. I can't tell you what somebody would charge.
A couple of grand for someone to come do this.
Nah, not for something this small. But
I would charge a couple of grand. To come
okay, but the reality is for me and my son, we spent $75 for the wood and the concrete, and came out here for 2 hours and we did it. So I'll pay him some money for helping me, and instead of having to pay somebody else. For example, as well, yesterday I had to redo the steps. So I came here for a few hours, spent about $300 for the materials, and I put it in. So more than likely, if I didn't have the skills to be able to do this, then I probably would have spent about $1,500 or more. Actually, because I spent $300 or $400 for the materials over there. And I got to replace the storm door. And I know storm door replacement cost, it's about $200 and up for the doors, and then another $150 for the labor. And see, that's the problem of being a landlord, is dealing with the maintenance. Now, you can go through, you can have property management companies, if you are not that kind of person, that for 10% or so, 10 or 15%, they collect the rent, they take care of the maintenance and things like that. But again, that cuts into the profit margin. If basically all I'm paying is the material cost, because let me give you another example. When a hot water heater goes, you're going to spend about $1,500 to $2,000 for that hot water heater. Well, I can go out and buy a nice hot water heater for $500. In about 2 hours, I can put it in. So that's $1,000 of money that you're saving. Now, one other thing to put into this equation as well. Here's the other part about being a landlord. Is because you are the landlord, because you own it, because this is a business, at least you can write off those expenses. So when you have to pay somebody $1,500 or more for doing the hot water heater, well, that comes off of what your profit is. When you pay the interest on the mortgage, all that interest, of course, is a cost. So that is, of course, deducted from your taxes. So you end up having a lot of tax breaks of being a landlord. And the biggest benefit of being a landlord is the mortgage is being paid by somebody else, in which case you're getting the tax breaks from it, as well as, here's the other part of it, is the value is going up as the principal goes down. So since I got this house right here, I bought originally this house right here in maybe 2007. We ended up building this addition on here that's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom addition that became another rental. And it had enough land on it that we ended up building this 2 units right here. That's also. So now we took one property, made it 4 units. We got a loan from the bank, and they're paying the loan, and we're getting the tax breaks. So that's it in a nutshell. Do you want to be a landlord? You're going to get the calls when things break down. You got to fix them. And next thing I'm dealing with is the roof. I need to put a new roof on. First estimate I got was $16,000. I'm getting old. But for $16,000, I'll do a new roof on that one. All right, good people. That's my tips on being a landlord. And I feel pretty good about getting that step right there taken care of. So we got a bunch more work we have to do. And that's the way to make it as profitable as possible. Peace. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, of course, with my son, Michael Anthony Fitness. And we are having to fix a step. We fixed the landing over there. The people absolutely positively love it. And we're going to be pouring a new step here. And I'm going to be one of those ones that I tell you, tools make all the difference in the world, because normally I sit here and I mix cement with a wheelbarrow and stuff. In fact, I actually did steps at a house over on B Street going up a hill. I think it was 15 steps, and it was 75, 80-pound bags of cement that I mixed. So I literally had on the back of the truck, it had a hose. I had the wheelbarrow, open them up, mix up 2 or 3 bags.
You did that by yourself?
By myself, and wheeled it to the front. I'm going to say that this may be the best $200 that I've ever spent. I bought this used from Home Depot's rentals, and I used this mixing up tons and tons of plaster and cement and everything else. Yeah, and I'm going to try and fix the retaining wall. So this is 3 bags of cement in here, 3 60 pounds, so it's 180. The nice thing about this is it's like a wheelbarrow, so we can just dump it right where we need to go. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I've got 16 bags of cement here. Now they do have, oh my God, I would love to have this other thing, but it's about $3 grand, and that's more than what I'll ever need for it. But it is a cement mixer that you dump the bags in it. It's hooked to the hose, and it just continuously runs out the cement. So that's even easier. But this is okay. I'll take the money. I'll hold on to the money. What's the matter? Here, you hold the camera. Damn. Let me show you Daddy. Just hold the camera. Come on. You miss it. There you go. Boom.
Should have some gloves on.
Well, we're getting there. So we've gotten that much of it here, just a little bit left in here, and we're working our way on over to make a nice step. And we've used, I think we had 16 bags, so we've used 13 so far. 13. Wow. So I think actually we had 16, but we'll count them. But either way, 10 bags would be 1,600 pounds. So we're closing in on 2,000 pounds of cement. Wow.